Welcome back, everybody. Thank you to everyone who has liked, commented, and subscribed so far. I really enjoy playing this, so let's get back into it.
Thank you, Sam. By bringing that way station into the Cairo network, you've put it in direct contact with those of us back here in Capital Knot City.
Right. What's next?
West of the way station are a couple of structures our previous expedition put in place. And beyond them is your next destination, Port Knot City. It's on the shore of a crater lake that formed after the first void out. Your objective is to link up Port and Capital Knot. But to do that, you'll need to utilize our facilities as additional waypoints. They'll be essential for establishing a stable connection. Given the distance we need to cover, we're looking at using a distribution center and a power station, as to which you should head for first. Start with the distro center. We've got some cargo that needs delivering anyway. Check the nearby delivery terminal to pick it up.
Alright then, so let me do some work here and let's go out.
Delivery terminal for further information.
Your hard work's paying off, Sam. Thanks to the increase in network capacity, HQ is now in a position to provide you with additional materials and support. Should prove useful.
Yeah, that's another thing that happens. When time you connect a facility, you get, well, stuff, materials, things to build things with, I guess.
Good work, Sam. I see you brought in some lost cargo. Feel free to submit it here for processing. If you come across any more while out on a run and don't think you can carry it to its destination, you can always put it in storage. It'll be safe and secure until another porter comes along to finish the job. Even if it has to pass through a dozen more hands before it arrives, you can rest easy knowing you did your part.
So what happens here is every cargo has a destination, right? But you can still deliver that cargo everywhere else. How does it happen? If you deliver the cargo at any other place other than the intended destination, you get just part of the likes that you would have gotten for the real destination, right? So that's what I'm doing here, delivering lost cargo, which means things that other players, other real players probably have lost, but I'm not delivering it to its intended destination. I'm just delivering it here so that somebody else can pick them up and deliver them to the actual destination.
Postbox, you'll need to use a PCC. It goes without saying, but if you're not already carrying a PCC, you'll want to fabricate one.
One of the main missions we got is building a postbox very close to our current position. To build anything really in this game, except for ladders and simple stuff like that, to build anything that resembles a building or an outpost or something like that, you need PCCs. These things here.
Sam, you can use that PCC to build a postbox.
And that's what Die-Hardman tells us. So I'm gonna fabricate one PCC. That's gonna be enough to build an outpost. Not an outpost, a postbox rather. Alright, so we picked up 2 main missions now.
Sam, assuming you've got your PCC in order, head to the site I designated and build that postbox, would you? You should have no trouble finding it if you check your map and compass from time to time.
Alright, so just to give you an overview, that's where we're gonna build an outpost. Nah, an outpost. I keep calling it an outpost. A postbox, I mean. And then we have to go to this distribution center to deliver the other mission. This is gonna be significantly harder because there are both BTs, the monsters, the invisible monsters you've seen, as well as mules in the way, which are the human opponents, I guess, in this game. First, let's go here and build that postbox, though. Oh man, keeping the balance in this hard, very hard difficulty is actually much harder. Whenever you head out, there is a meter that tells you how much weight you're carrying and how much weight you can actually carry. If the figure of the weight you're carrying is a white figure, that means you're fine. You can do this easily. If it is yellow, it means you will struggle like I am right now. I'm in the yellow zone right now. And if it's red, of course, you will not be able to move very much. And yeah, actually in the red zone, you cannot do anything. So nobody's gonna ever get there. It's just there as a warning sign, I guess. Alright, so there is quite a bit of yellow here. I'm hoping we can still traverse this. And we can. This rain, remember? It's not an innocent kind of rain. It degrades everything we are carrying.
Sam, I see you've arrived at the designated site. Good. When you're ready to proceed, activate your PCC.
Alright, so let's do that right now.
Within the area I specified.
We select the PCC and then you can select various things to build. Although right now we only have this postbox available. You aim where you want to place it and finally fire to actually place it. Building stuff takes time. More complex buildings will do much longer than this one, obviously.
Good work, Sam. That's a fine-looking postbox. If you access it and select Shared Locker, you can share cargo and equipment with your fellow porters. Deposit a ladder and a climbing anchor, and I'm sure someone will eventually come along who could use it. If you've got enough supplies, why not leave some behind? Do right by others, they'll do right by you.
Alright, we will do that another time. Now, I'm just touching the water, by the way, because that will refill my canteen. My canteen is this thing, when I press left on the D-pad. That replenishes my stamina, the blue bar. And you can see that number now slowly going up on the lower left part of the screen. By the way, you see that light blue area? If that light blue area goes out, it only goes down when I'm inside water. Then the water will take me along. That's definitely not what you want to happen. Alright, now let's try and make our way towards here. I know for a fact that over here there are some BTs waiting for us, but well, we cannot avoid them, I think so. Let's get going. These early areas are sometimes surprisingly tough because you do not have equipment with you. And for example, this area, if I remember correctly, you can run into both mules and BTs at the same time. So I am gonna try to stick towards this side of the mountain as much as possible. Because on the other side, there's mules. And like behind that little cliff there is a mule encampment. Oh, in case you're wondering what that is, what that tower there is, that's in... oh man, I forgot how it's called, but it's a scouting tower essentially. You can go close to it, press a button and see very far. So you can spot useful items and enemies as well. Alright, let's check the map. Now, still, we do not have any indicators of where the enemies are. I'm just doing this by memory right now. But once you encounter an enemy encampment, then from then on, you know where they are. It is clearly marked on your map. Now, the last time I went up there, but there's a very steep cliff on the other side, so I should probably go down this time. Even if that means I'm gonna be detected by mules. See? This thing is gonna scan me. And now they know where I am.
Heads up, Sam. Your cargo's been pinged. Move. Now, before someone has eyes on you.
The game actually wants me to be chased down right now. So these mules are coming. Oh man. Actually, I do not know if I can avoid them. You know what? Should I fight them just to show you how that goes? They're throwing spears at me. And these are the mules, the human opponents. Not tough on their own, but if they bunch up on you, yeah, that's a different story. One thing they're afraid of is BTs though, so you will never actually run into both of them at the same time.
Trouble, huh? Good thing it was raining. Even they know better than to mess with BTs.
We will have to mess with those BTs though, so... Let's try and stick close to the coast, because the encampment, our target is on the other side of the river. There is no way of avoiding these poles pinging you. Like, when you go close to them, they will ping you. Later on in the game, we will have a way to counteract that, but not right now. Alright, so that rock over there might be a good place to cross. To cross on the other side, I mean. Now let's get close to the river because I want to drink some water and replenish it right away. So all you have to do to replenish it is just walk on the edge of the water, maybe. That's the ideal tactic. So you do not get any stamina loss, but you also get to refill your canteen at the same time. Just do not go too deep into the water. If you teeter out on the edge of it, that's the best thing you can do. Alright, should we cross here? Is that safe? Not really, but let's try it anyway. Because I refilled my stamina and I'm feeling confident that he can make it. And yeah, you can see that white bar, that light blue bar actually, remains safe, in the safe zone. Alright, now, in a few moments we probably are going to encounter BTs. Later on in the game we will have lots of ways to fight them. Right now we have none though. So it's all about avoiding them, being smart about it. And you can see lots of things happening. The rare metals our containers have been damaged by the rainfall. And the thing, those plants that grew out of the ground signify that we are close to BTs. And we will get extra close to them. This thing pops out. And now we have to let this guide us. Alright, now it gets tricky though. We have to go through them. Now we are very close, so we have to be extra careful. There's one, there's the other one. Let's sort of memorize their location and try to go between them. Now I'm holding my breath because I'm extra close. You can see there's BTs everywhere. I don't know where this one is, but I'm fairly close to it. So I'm gonna try and keep my breath a bit. Oh. Alright, we need to find out where they are. There's one there. Oh no, I think they spotted me. Have they? I'm holding my breath for dear life now.
Kid doesn't look so hot.
Nothing to worry about. Its functions are temporarily suspended, but they can be restored. I can perform the necessary maintenance at a distribution center. Hurry, though.
That's what happens when the BB is suffering from autotoxemia, as the game calls it. Which means it got too much stress. And you need to go to a distribution center to fix it.
When the strain on your BB exceeds sustainable levels, it triggers the production of harmful compounds, and the body, in essence, begins to attack itself. It's called autotoxemia. If your BB's not performing to spec, drop by your private room and see if the incubator helps.
There is another way to combat this. If you manage to spot this before it goes all the way down, before it glows red like now, the bar on the lower left part of the screen, you can take out your BB and try to calm it yourself. That's what I'm usually gonna be doing, but at some points it's not gonna be possible because there's gonna be too many BTs and we will not have the opportunity to take out the BB and calm it.
Cargo verified.
Alright, so we've reached our destination. This is one of those huge outposts. That means it got a garage for vehicles and a private room where we can rest. The smaller buildings will not have those.
Sam Bridges, with the second expedition, right? The guy expanding the chiral network on his lonesome when he's not out making deliveries. So what'd you bring us? Let's see it. Talk about above and beyond. Thanks. Must have had to pass through BT territory to get here too, didn't you? They weren't joking when they said you were a legend. Okay, it's time. Do you mind connecting us to the network?
And we get another knot. Knot by knot, strand by strand, as the game calls them. We're going to connect the entire thing.
Sam, as always, thanks for bringing more folks into the UCA.
Looks like we're on the chiral network. And with those materials you brought for our chiral printer, we can produce supplies for you here as needed. Think of it as our way of returning the favor. Now head west and keep on doing what you do. Good. The distro center is on the network.
Sam, do me a favor. Take your BB to a private room and connect it to the incubator.
Good work.
Alright, let's head to the private room then. And go restore our BB to full health. Oh, silly me. The way you access the private room is from this terminal as well. Thank you to everybody for watching this episode. If you think my small channel deserves to grow, remember to press those like and subscribe buttons. That would help a lot. Alright? See you guys!